everyone, good morning. Today we are going to learn a beautiful poem by Elizabeth Jennings called Father to Son. So if the institution that you're going to is following Meghalaya Board of School Education syllabus for English for class 12, then you will get to learn the same poem there in the institution as well. So this poem is about the gap between a father and his son. The father feels distant from his child and wishes to rebuild their bond. Let us go through it line by line in the simplest way. I do not understand the child, though we have lived together now in the same house for years. The father says, I don't understand my own son. Even though we live together in the same house, under the same roof, I feel like I don't know him at all. So this shows a generation gap. The question here for you is, why does the father feel he does not know his son? I know nothing of him, so try to build up a relationship from how he was when small. The father remembers the son's childhood and tries to rebuild that bond because before they were very close to each other. Yet have I killed the seed I spent or sown it where the land is his and none of mine. He asks himself, did I fail as a father? Did my son grow up so different from me that he no longer belongs to my world? Alright, so this father wonders whether he himself has ruined the relationship between him and his son. We speak like strangers. There is no sign of understanding in the air. The child is built to my design, yet what he loves I cannot share. The father says they talk like strangers. Even though his son looks like him, they don't share the same interests or values. So here, though the son resembles him in many ways, be it physically or in upbringing, but their interests, their likes and dislikes were different from each other. Silence surrounds us. I would have him prodigal, returning to his father's house, the home he knew, rather than make and move his world. So it is saying that there is silence between them. The father says, I would rather have my son come back home even after mistakes, like the biblical prodigal son, instead of losing him forever. The father desires to get the son back and share the same kind of relationship as they shared when he was just a little child. What does the reference to the prodigal son suggest? So here in this story, in the prodigal son, there was once a father who had two sons. The younger son wanted freedom, so he asked his father for his share of property or for his share of inheritance. The father gave it to him, and the son left home. But what happened? The son wasted all his money on a careless lifestyle. He squanders all his wealth in a distant land and wasteful living. Soon he became poor, hungry, and lonely. A famine strikes, he ends up tending pigs, which is a humiliating job for a Jew, and is so hungry he wishes to eat the pig's food. At last, he realized his mistake and decided to return to his father's house. He thought, I will go back and ask my father to forgive me and take me back. When he returned, the father did not scold or reject him. Instead, he welcomed him with open arms, forgave him, and celebrated his return. So before he even reaches home, the father runs to embrace him, clothes him with a robe, puts a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet, and orders a feast to celebrate the son's return. Because he feels the son is the precious thing in his world. So what is the connection with the poem Father to Son? In the poem, Elizabeth Jennings' father speaker says, I would have him prodigal returning to his father's house rather than see him make and move his world. This means the father is ready to accept his son even if he makes mistakes, just like the biblical father did. He does not want to lose his son forever. He would prefer him to come back home even after failures. The story shows forgiveness, unconditional love, and reconciliation between parent and child. I would forgive him too, shaping from sorrow a new love. Father and son, we both must live on the same globe and the same land. So the father says, I'm ready to forgive, but maybe my son does not want to think about it. Even though they live in the same world, they cannot talk openly. And it is said that father and son must share the same kind of relationship all over the world. He spake, I cannot understand myself why anger grows from grief. We each put out an empty hand longing for something to forgive. So here both the son and the father is sad that grief has turned into anger. Both father and son want to reach out, but they don't know how. They are waiting for forgiveness and reconciliation from each other. So students, the poem Father to Son is about a generation gap, lack of communication, love, forgiveness, and longing for a bond. The father loves his son but feels like a stranger to him. He wishes they could forgive each other and rebuild their relationship. Both wants to heal the relationship, make it right again, but none of them were ready to extend the hands first. No one was ready to take the initial step or the first step first. So that is the meaning of the poem Father to Son. If you like the explanation, please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.